So welcome to the first edition of Best, Worst, Most, and Least, where I'm going to look at a particular series of games and let you know what I think the best one is, the worst one is, my favorite, and my least favorite of all of those games. What's going on, everyone? I'm Jay, my channel Square Pegs, and this is not the video I intended to release today. My hard drive completely crapped the bed, so we're flying by the seat of our pants here, and today we are talking about the granddaddy of them all, one of the greatest characters ever to grace video games, and that's Mario. So, as you know, like I said at the start, we're talking about the best, the worst, the most, and the least. We're going to start on the bad end, and we're going to end at the good end. So, we're going to start with what I think is my least favorite Mario game, and that is the original Super Mario Bros. And there is a reason for that. Now, I'm not saying that it is a bad game. I'm not saying that it is a terrible game by any stretch of the imagination. It is just my least favorite. And it's because it's something I have played so much. It's a game I'm kind of intimately familiar with at this point. I go through it on muscle memory. I haven't regularly played the original Super Mario Bros. In years. I booted it up on the Nintendo Switch Online service here to get the footage for this, and I was just kind of sleepwalking through it, and that really solidified why I think it's my least favorite. Now, it is a fun game. It will always be a fun game, but I think with the fact that it is something that is just so standard for gamers nowadays, especially for gamers of my generation who started on Generation 3. This is something that I think all of us know just so intimately well that it's kind of hard to have a lot of fun with it nowadays. It's something I think is good, and it's not something that I think is going to be ever confused for being a bad game by any stretch of the imagination. I think everyone realizes the service that it did for the industry and what it brought gaming in North America, but for me personally, it's just my least favorite because of how familiar I am with it. Now, what do I think is the worst Mario game? This one might make some people mad, but for me, it's Super Mario 64, and I have never understood the obsession with this game. I tried this when it first launched on the N64. I didn't think it was terribly good then. I thought the camera was atrocious, and while, yeah, I was blown away by the fact that we had these amazing 3D visuals, or what were at the time amazing 3D visuals for the character, I didn't think the game was very fun. I thought it was really crippled by the way the camera moved, and I thought it was really crippled by the fact that you had to use the C buttons on the front of the controller to adjust it, but the game still automatically adjusted the camera as well, so it made it very difficult to navigate and very difficult to play. I also thought it was kind of boring in the grand scheme of things. Like, one of the things I really love about the Mario games is the fact that they're exciting and they're action-packed, and while I haven't played a ton of Mario 64, I will admit to that, the stuff I have played hasn't made me want to come back and play more. I really wish this was something that I could get into so I could understand why people love it so much, because I don't want to take away from what they adore, because that's not the point of this. This is just my personal opinion on these games, but for me, this just isn't something that I think is going to be something I ever really go back and play. I've played it a few times. I've played it again on the N64 Online. I've played it on the Super Mario 3D All-Stars version, but I can't get into it. It's not something like with Super Mario Sunshine or Mario Odyssey where I can sit down and play for hours. It's something I play for 10-15 minutes and I kind of just want to walk away from it. And to me, that makes it the worst game. Now, what do I think is the best game? That would be Super Mario Odyssey. I can't get over just this stunning 3D world that Nintendo created, this nearly open world, non-linear adventure that Mario is able to go on, which is so unusual for the character. Now, there's so much that this does well, between the visuals and the characterization and having Cappy and being able to take over other characters and be able to use them as your avatar in the game while still wearing, you know, the awesome Mario cap and Mario mustache. It's something that I think I was just really blown away with, and one of the reasons I really think this is the best is how easily it captured imaginations for so many people. This is the first Mario game that my wife had really played, and this is the first Mario game that Victor really sat down and fell in love with. They had all played games before that, for sure, but this was the first one where I saw them become obsessed with the character and the world of Mario like I did when I first played Super Mario Bros. 1. And there's just a ton of really awesome stuff the game does. Like all the different unlockables, all the different costumes you're able to have, the power-ups that are in the game, the different environments, the huge variety of environments as well. Everything from the ridiculously cartoony to the almost photorealistic. It's something where Nintendo really flexed the muscles of the Switch and showed what it was capable of doing, and unfortunately, I don't think it's something that they've really done since, with the grand exception of kind of Kirby and the Forgotten Land, which really shows off that they know what the system is capable of and what it's able to do. I love Mario Odyssey. I think it is probably technically the best Mario game, like I said. I think there's just so much it does so well, and so much it is just head and shoulders above every other Mario game. But it's not my favorite. My favorite is Super Mario World. Now, Super Mario World is one of those just touchstone games that I have, kind of like the original Super Mario Brothers. If I sit and think about it, it has kind of become muscle memory, but the reasons I love Super Mario World so much is the fact that it's so big, I forget a lot of it. With Super Mario Brothers, it's very linear. It's very straightforward. It's always going to be the same path no matter what. And with Super Mario World, that's the same to a degree. But with the map, you have the ability to go in different orders of the different levels, and having the different switch houses to open up different paths in the levels really makes the game stand out. Now, I know this is a lot of stuff that Super Mario Bros. 3 did, and Super Mario Bros. 3 is a spectacular, superlative game, but I think Super Mario World just does it better. There's a wide variety of worlds, and I'm playing through this again on the Switch Online service, and I really should have booted up my SNES copy that has more stuff unlocked, but I'm playing through it on the SNES Online, and I'm into the second level, and I'm remembering stuff that I had forgotten, or going back and trying to figure out how to find a secret in a level that I can't quite remember what to do. Whereas in the original Super Mario Brothers, it's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, no, I remember where Warp Zone is. I remember what to do here. This one has so much variety in it and so many different worlds that it's just my favorite. And I think that Super Mario World is just one of those games that I'm going to be able to go back to for years on end and continuously love. That's going to do it for today, folks. Again, I'm sorry this wasn't the video I had planned, and this one's kind of thrown together hastily, but I hope you enjoy it all the same. Let me know in the comments down below what your most, least, best, and worst are for Mario. I would love to hear what people think, because there's such a wide variety of Mario games out there that everyone is going to have a different opinion, and I am always excited to see what makes people tick and what gets people excited about video games. Please hit like, please subscribe if you're new around here, and hey, if you really dig the work I do, consider becoming a monthly Patreon sponsor or channel member like the folks you're seeing on screen right now. Channel members and patrons get ad-free early access for a donation of as little as $1 a month. They also get some behind-the-scenes stuff, as well as Q&A sessions that are exclusive to those channels. And hey, if you really dig the work I do and want to help the channel more directly, you can pick up some of my merchandise at squarepegsyt.com, where I've got shirts, hats, masks, mugs. Pretty much if I can slap a logo on it, it's going to be on there. You should check out the new Super Nintendo-styled Square Peg shirt. I think it looks pretty cool. I will be wearing that at Midwest Gaming Classic, as well as one of my new hoodies. Until next time, folks, I've been Jay, talking to you about my most, least, best, and worst Mario games, and I hope you guys had a good time. Remember to play more games, stay square, and take care. I'll talk to you soon.